Welcome to our Cosmic Vibe. This is the Walk the Talk edition for April 18th, 2024. Very exciting day today, and very excited to go through the stuff that has occurred within the last 24 hours. And it's all good news. So we're going to start off as we normally do with our body. Body, mind, and soul are the things that we track. So for body, yesterday was a day that was my third day in a row of being in the house and sitting at the desk and doing a bunch of work. It was still -9, -10 Celsius outside, and had to get out of the house after doing my stuff. So my partner came home from her morning job. She came home around noon, and we had some lunch and then went down to the mall. Just wanted to get some walking done. I've been really struggling to even get 2,000 steps in a day, but went and walked around the mall and for a couple of hours and actually got close to 6,000, well, somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 steps for the day. That was very helpful. I did my shake in the morning as well. And I have just been trying to eat smaller portions of food and not quite as much sugar. So these are just small decisions that are being made every day from time to time, as needed. I'm trying not to deny myself, but just still take the reward, but have it maybe be slightly more limited, just a little smaller. And it seems to be working very well. I'm feeling better. I'm sleeping better. So very, very good news there. For our mind, yesterday I'd looked at the Lao Tzu quote, which began with watch your thoughts, for they become your words, and watch your words, for they become your actions. Now, we've been sort of in each of these episodes focusing on that from the standpoint of catching yourself when you slip into negativity and that your thoughts become negative with negative energies focused towards others, especially if it comes out with your words as well, because your words become your actions. And it's funny, there was a time, a point yesterday when my partner came home from work, and she was actually quite upset about the fact that her work schedule had increased quite dramatically. We're going away for a vacation, a small vacation, at the beginning of next month. It's my father's 89th birthday. And we wanted to get down and say hi and see him. They've never met my partner. And also to show her the province that they live in. It's a beautiful province and lots of good things to do. We may actually do some podcasts or some episodes from down there because we're gone for a week. But it was obvious that in talking about the amount of work that she had to do, that it looked like a lot of the work that she would have been scheduled for while we were away got transferred back to her days off. And she had to work 8 days straight. Was not very happy about it. And, normally I might have jumped on the bandwagon and done some of the bashing of the person that did the scheduling and looked at it in a negative way. And we both could have ended up in a very a negative spot thinking about this. And whatever the reason, I ended up taking a look at it and letting her know that it was not something that she needed to be worried about at all. That if anything, it was her boss showing her the level of importance that she had, my partner had at her job, and that her presence was really needed. And that all of the extra hours that were given would really help compensate for the hours that and the pay that would be lost while we were away. That I also am working from home, but what that means is that I could quite easily take on a significant amount of the household chores that she does so that her work is easier. I also took several crystals, rose quartz, clear quartz, and sunstone, and put them next to her bed. Also put them on my side of the bed as well. Um, and she slept like a charm, and she was positive going to sleep because she wasn't all worried about what had happened with her hours. We were able to see it in a positive light. Um, and she woke up this morning full of energy with a smile on her face, which is a little different from dragging yourself out of bed and trying to make it out the door just in time to get to work. So there were some really positive things that came. I won't say it was all me by any stretch of the imagination, but for what I was focused on, which was watching my thoughts, for they become your words, and watch your words because they become your actions. By changing my thoughts and changing my words, we stayed positive. We stayed excited. We saw the benefit in what it was we were doing. We saw that it would help us make our trip better. It showed that it would help us come back from our trip and not have to worry so much about how much money was lost or spent during the trip. So it was very, very positive there. As far as soul goes, I wanted to give, I'll do it in two parts here. One, today, my meditation actually worked very, very well for me. And it's strange because I've not been able to get into a specific pattern of doing it at a certain time. I've tried different things, but I've struggled with it. I still try every day. And today, I ended up taking a bath around 9:30 this morning. Tons of Epsom salts in it. Just sat there and meditated in the bath. And my meditation was on thankfulness, just being thankful for all of the good things that were being brought into my life. But there was a reason that I was prompted to do that, today is a fantastic day. And I just sort of wanted to share a little bit about what has started flowing towards us over the last week. I touched a little bit about my partner and her income, so that was more money coming towards us to make things easier. I had switched my phone service recently. The company that I was with dramatically increased my monthly payments. I went from like $37 a month up to $65. But it turned out that I had been there over or just over the 2-year mark, and the plan that I was on had canceled. They put me onto their new plan, increased my fees by $5 as well as taking it back to the regular price. So I was actually almost pretty close to double what I'd been paying. And I was not very happy. I went to 2 of their outlets to try to find out what was going on, and I was told because I had sort of a discounted plan that I had to go deal with it online, that there wasn't any people to talk to. So it sort of got me grumpy, and I said, fine, I will go find another plan. The plan that my partner has, excuse me, gave us gave her 60 gigs of data that can be used in Canada and the US. Because she is from Korea, she had 1,000 minutes of talk time with Korea per month. And the plan cost was very, very reasonable. I think it was like $37 or $38 a month. So we went to the same provider and changed my plan to the same one as hers. On the way, it wasn't the same day. It was the following day on the way home, we got a call from the retention team with the company that I had transfer that I'd canceled the plan with and gone to the new plan with a different company. And this guy on the retention team was promising us the world. We would get X amount in discounts. I think it was almost $180 worth of discounts because I would have to pay my activation fee and deactivation fee for the company that I just joined if I reverted and went back to them. And there would be the activation fee for the new company, the one that we left, but an upgrade. There was all sorts of promises being made. We were given a rock bottom price on 60 gigs. And I asked for exactly the same thing. I said, look, this is what we got. He made us all the promises that everything would be fine, that we would get everything that we wanted, that he would give us $180 worth of discounts to cover all of the activation fees and everything else. We would actually get all the data in North America. We would get the international calling for Korea. Everything was promised. We got an email that day, or the following day, and it really we had asked them to send an email and just sort of confirm everything that we were getting, and the email didn't confirm what we were getting at all. It was actually quite different. So when we got the SIM cards that were mailed to us, we had to call to activate them, and we were going to just call and say, okay, well, we just wanted to double check on the plan that we had. And apparently the plan that we had is not even close to what we were offered, either in price or all of the different benefits that we would get. So after we were in the activation process, we asked the question, just confirm the plan that we have. Well, that was the start of almost a 3.5-hour process. I think we spoke with 4 different people. It just kept getting escalated and escalated and escalated and escalated because I wouldn't let it go. It was, no, we were promised this. There's no way that I figured that I would have to record a phone conversation from a representative from a major phone company about what they're promising us. And it was quite upsetting, but we managed, both of us, regardless of how angry we were over this, just to try to stay calm and not use angry and aggressive words, but not to back off and not to be the pushover. The long and the short of it is, by the time we got activated, fully activated, we were given each $180 worth of discounts. Our gigs that were not available to us with this new plan in both Canada and the US were stretched to both. The international calling was increased from 1,000 minutes on Sook's phone to 1,800 minutes on each phone. And it really and truly resulted in close to $400 worth of benefits that we would not have gotten if the company had not tried or to retain us, and the person that was on the retention committee. Not sure how it worked, but I'm almost thankful that he lied to us and caused us all this stress, because our benefit was far greater than what had been expected. So that was another good one that happened this week. The other one that was a little strange was I'd canceled my gym membership because I wanted to start exercising and working at home. It was cold outside. There's a lot of stuff going on with my belief in finances and trying to make sure that I have enough money in the bank so that I feel I'm in the flow, that I'm not looking at bank accounts that have zeros or 18 cents or whatever in them. And I hadn't mentioned it previously, but in order to give myself the freedom and flexibility to stay and work at home probably for the next year to year and a half, I sold my vehicle. And I put the cash in the bank. Um, and I guess that was another positive that happened as well, because as soon as I put the money in the bank, they were all over me about how I was going to invest it. And I had canceled a credit card that I had because of some of the financial issues that we had with the divorce and everything else. But it was a secured credit card, and I wanted to put the money back into the bank. I share a credit card with my partner now. Um, and I went by the bank and asked about it, and I said, "Why does this still look like it's active?" And it turns out that even though I was struggling against a bad credit rating and couldn't get any credit anywhere, that I had finally reached the point that they didn't cancel my card, even though the balance was zero. They gave me a card that required no security. So that has meant that I kept building up my credit rating one step at a time, and started to see some benefits coming back out of that. So that was also good news that happened this week. I had been talking about the gym membership as well, so I went and I canceled the gym membership. Excuse me, and all of a sudden I saw this charge on my bank account for $60+ to cancel it, and I was quite shocked. I made the phone call, which had I not have made the phone call, that money would have stayed, would have been taken, or would not have come back to me. But made the phone call, found out that somebody had made a mistake there, and they refunded me close to $50 out of the 65. So money came back into my account that way. The car insurance, I'd actually called and canceled that. Um, and as usual, I called. I still had 2 weeks left before it was due. And they indicated to me that I was not at the end of my term, so there was still a 1 month penalty. And I asked if there was any retroactive thing for the fact that I paid $200 for this month. I have to pay $200 for next month, and I'm only using the car in the first 2 weeks of the month, so I was actually going to be billed for an additional 6 weeks that I wouldn't have the car for. And the lady on the phone just said, "Well, that's life. That's the way it is." So I was not super happy about that, but which sort of leads us to this morning. So I got up early this morning and went downstairs and saw a package for me, which was one of my crystals that I'd been waiting and expecting. Sorry. This one, which is my rainbow quartz. It doesn't really show all that good in the light. There's not that much light here, but it's all of the different colors of your chakras. Very beautiful stone. Has a lot of meaning as well. And my package with that inside of it was sitting on top of an envelope. So I opened the rainbow quartz, was really, really happy about it and everything. And I looked at the envelope, and it was from my insurance company. And I'm sitting there going, I really don't want this negative energy at the first thing in the morning. I've barely gotten going. And I don't want to start with bad news. I don't want to see them again actually putting the numbers in place for how much or I was going to have to pay or still owed or whatever. So I sort of backed off opening it for about 5 minutes or so, but something just kept nagging at me to open it. It was sitting underneath my my rainbow quartz, and I opened it up, and I'm reading it. There wasn't really a lot written in it, but it was just a reconciliation of my account. And they let me know that I had been overpaying and had close to $360 in refunds coming back to me that would be deposited into my account within the week. So all of a sudden, you're looking at it, and we've gotten close to $400 worth of free benefits from TELUS. My partner has picked up, again, close to at least $400 or $500 worth of additional work before we go away from our trip. My insurance company has refunded me, as I said, close to $360, and my gym membership refunded me another $40. So all of a sudden, we're looking at 12 to, I don't know, 13. I haven't actually done the math on everything, but well over $1,000 in benefits that just sort of had been money that was taken or promised and was returned to us with all within the week. And I have to believe that it could just be luck. It could be synchronicity. It could have something to do with the positive things that I'm trying to do in my life, and for myself and for our family, and to help others do the same. But the benefits started coming back, and after seeing that, as I mentioned previously, I often go and look for a message. Whether I'm checking YouTube or I go online and search a term, or there's a couple of places that I follow, and it blew my mind. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to put the links for the 3 messages that I got in the description for the episode. And if I urge you to watch in order, from the first one that I put up, which was the first message, and I've paired them in twos. There was the actual video, and then there was a further link to the actual channel so that you could go and see what was there. And there was 3 different messages that came. It was probably about, I don't know, about 35 minutes worth of stuff to watch. But it was such that when I was done, my meditation was clear. I wasn't going to meditate on anything other than simply being thankful. And as I said, I went and I got into my Epsom salts bath, and I sat down and meditated for a while. And just was being thankful, just meditated in silence. I tried to quiet the monkey brain. I just focused on thanks all I could. And it was a wonderful morning. The monkey brain thing, I'll give you one little tip that I used as well. When I noticed myself that other thoughts that were not related to the meditation were popping into my head, what I was able to do today was put a little circle of light around the thought, tell it that I would deal with it later, and just to go hang out over there. And it made a big difference. Things just started getting a little more silent, and I was able to be a lot more thankful. So, nevertheless, it has been a very, very good day. One other thing was brought to me today. I had mentioned before that I'm trying to prepare a longer podcast, where I will end up being able to interview guests and look at all of the areas that pertain to our body, chakras, energy, karma, the laws of the universe, all those type of things. And I basically was told just to take a break, just to relax. Now, I know I'm going away on vacation for a week, and I was going to hustle, trying to get everything done, possibly 2 episodes of it, while I was still doing my daily Walk the Talk episodes, and other just study and work around everything. And I was told that basically, as I said, just the messages were just to relax and be calm. And I started reading some of my journaling that I've been doing. I started reading it yesterday, and was called to go back and reread it again today. And I think what I'm going to actually end up doing, some of it, this was stuff that I wrote, and it was stuff leading up to the start of this podcast. It was different prayers. There was me trying to deal with different challenges and problems that I had. And I think in order to just try to rest and relax, help my partner through the increased workload that she's going to have to do, um, and uh, and just follow my message, which was to back off a little bit of the pace that I was going at. Um, that I'm probably just going to still do some daily content, but have it be more along what I wrote. Um, Basically, over the Easter weekend and before the solar eclipse. So it was sort of over about a 2 week period. So just before I really got started going on this. Some of it's pretty deep. Some of it might sound a little ooh to people, but you know what? That's what it is. That's where I'm at. So I'll continue to do the Walk the Talk episodes, but I think I have to do. I've been called to do a couple of other episodes before I go away, and I hope you join me in taking in watching them. And please take a look at the videos for today. I think they will help anybody that watches them. And hopefully you get messages from them that really apply to your life and help everything be easier today and tomorrow and every day. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will chat with you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Love and light.